Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Shaunta and this is Ninja Writers. And today I am taking you through my March 2021 monthly planning. Let's go. So here's my planner stack for the month that I'm going to work on right now. This is a new Moleskine pocket planner. I've got my journal for the month of March, my Stalogy, and my Atomic Habits clear habit journal. And these are just some things that I'm going to put in my journals. I made some acetate and vellum printed things. These are some dashboards I made. I made those in Canva and just printed them and laminated some, foiled some. And this is some other ephemera pictures and other little things that I've collected over the last the last month or so that I wanted to use in March. So what I'm going to do now is organize these things based on which planner I want them to go in. So these are the just different tip-ins that I want to use. I found that if I think my planner is pretty, if it pleases me aesthetically, I am far more likely to actually use it. So it works for me. That's what I'm doing here, is just dividing these up based on how I think I'm going to use them. And I'm not going to use this entire box of things right now. I'll use them over the month. In fact, in the end, you'll see I don't even end up using all of this that I pull out right now. Some of these are photographs. They're from, but my daughters and I made aesthetic like photographs, like sets of aesthetic photographs to print out, and they put theirs on their wall. I just have mine in a box. And they gave me a couple of their pictures and I'm putting them in my planners this month. So let's start with my pocket planner. This is actually my everyday carry. It goes in there. So there's my February little book. These are Moleskine 3.5 by 5.5 notebooks. You get 3 of them for $9. So they're about $3 a piece. I'm gluing in a little freebie calendar from SM Plans. You can find it on her Facebook group. So pretty. I love it. This March is my mom's birthday month, and this quote reminds me of her. So I'm just writing it in on the front page here. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That's a quote from a Mary Oliver poem. So I'm just gonna decorate a little bit, I think. Yeah, I often have a quote or something that is like, I don't know, that it finds its way into my planning a lot in the course of a month. So this line from Mary Oliver is it for me for March. These are, I made these myself in planifypro.com. I will link to that. And it's just a February calendar, but the squares are so small that I actually made another February calendar to glue next to it that has lines, just one line per day, so that I can actually make some notes. I don't actually plan in here. I just use that calendar in case I need a calendar. And also I do put like important things that are happening, like the biggest things I have going on in my month or my week or whatever, go in that little calendar just so I have it with me no matter what. I have a personal theme and a Ninja Writers theme for the month. In March, it's home for my personal and organize, and each one will get a book, a goal, and a habit before the 1st. I'm recording this actually on the 27th, so I haven't finalized yet. On the other page next to that themes page, I will use some date covers and just give myself a little dated sticker every day that I do my habit for my personal habit. I don't actually track my Ninja Writers habit and goal in this little planner is this pretty personal little planner that I carry with me every day. There's a sticker from my foam memo printer, which is new to me. I just got it with my Amazon affiliate money for this month, and it is so awesome. A little while, you'll see me make a sticker with it, and it's pretty cool. Okay, this is my little B6 notebook that I got from in my Simply Gilded box. In February, I started that box, and I decided to journal in it. And I ended up making, I suppose, what would be a junk journal. I tipped in a ton of stuff, and I just stapled in, taped in all kinds of ephemera that came into my life in February, and I journaled every day. I'm going to do a walkthrough for you soon of that, but I wanted to show you how I'm going to set up my March calendar. So this is the vellum and acetate that came out in the box as well. And these are just a bunch of little things that I have collected that I knew I wanted to put in this. I created that book tracker in Planify Pro as well. It's a place for the title, the author, and I think rating. There's that Mary Oliver quote again. Too big. There we go. So tipping in that vellum with that quote. Yeah. And the other half of the vellum that came in my Simply Gilded box. I've never been, this was part of my younger daughter's aesthetic wall, and she gave it to me. I'm from Las Vegas, and that's my hometown, and I just been feeling pretty homesick lately, missing my dad. So she gave me that. Anyway, I have been not a journaler ever, and I just decided I'm going to journal in 2021. So I actually had a lot of fun writing something every day in my February journal. So I'm looking forward to this. That's the backing to my pin that came in my Tiny Party Club box. There's the leftover from a vinyl sticker my daughter Ruby made for me with her Cricut. I used the sticker last month in my love was my theme for February, and that was just the leftover of that. Here's a bag that came in my, I think that was the Planner Society, and I just taped it in the back here so I can keep little stickers or whatever I need while I'm journaling. I made, this is just a little watercolor I made. I was practicing with watercoloring with my Tombow brush pens, and it was very fun. I really enjoyed it, and I like how it turned out. There's another one of those foam memo stickers. There's some goats that time and a cat. I really had fun with those. Let's see, what else are we going to put in here? Oh, there's a page from a children's book that I found at a thrift store. It was Gene Autry Makes a New Friend. So fun, from the 50s. And I just made a little tip out of that. I'm probably not going to write on it because I really like the writing, the story that's on the back of it. It's like about them eating hot pork and beans at a campfire. This was the journaling card from my Simply Gilded box, and I'll write my start keeping track of my Happy Mail. Okay, so there's my March thrifting list. This is a postcard that came with an order I had from Galen Leather. My husband gave me a wooden box from them for Christmas and it was warped. So they gave me store credit and I actually used it to buy a traveler's notebooks. And they came this week. So here I'm done with my journal. So I'm moving into my Stalogy here. These are just setting up the things I want to put in there. So I have decided that for March, I'm only going to use my Stalogy and not my Passion Planner Daily, which I have loved, but I just want to see if I can get away with just using the one planner. So I'm going to give it a month and see. Although to be honest, if it's a disaster after a week, or a couple of days, even, I will go back to my Passion Planner Daily. I love that thing, but I love the Stalogy even more. So we will see. There's another one of those calendars from SM Plans. This is a quote. I bought this book at a thrift store. Just full of, I think I already told you, it's full of all kinds of writing and reading quotes. And this is the first line from Alice in Wonderland, which felt very springy to me for some reason. There's another watercolor that I made. And little acetate that I made and foiled. If you would like me to do a tutorial for how to foil your own acetate, and even how to make them in Canva, let me know in the comments and I will do that for you. I also foiled that vellum that I made in Canva. And I'm tipping that in. I thought it was really pretty over that quote that the sun did not foil very well. It was gray and it should have been black. Wood didn't have enough toner to take on the foil. It's a little sparkly though. My daughter made me a little message in my planner that I just saw as I was filming this. It just says, "I love you so much, Mom. I'm glad you're my." Oh, it says, "I love you, Mom. So glad you're my birth giver." From Ruby. That yellow rose on my dashboard there is my mom's favorite flower. So it's another tribute to my mama. It's a little piece of another a piece I cut off of my watercolor. So here I'm going to make a sticker of a picture of Ruby with my faux memo, and I'm looking for one on Facebook there that I think will print well. A faux memo is like a little inkless printer, and it is the coolest little thing. So there's the picture I picked. It only prints in black and white. It does not use ink. It's like thermo or something. And there it is. See how fast that is? Look at my baby. So, and then this is a sticker from that came with my tiny party club box. You've got the magic in you, Rue. Oh, this is my Power Sheets tending list. I've enjoyed using that so far this year, my Power Sheets, but man, it is a big old book and I just find myself not wanting to go into it. So I thought if I just take the tending list and put it in my Stalogy, that might really work. Let's see what's next. I'm getting some stuff together. I will get better at doing all stuff like on camera. I'm behind the camera looking for a few little things I want to put in here. So there's March. And this is my waiting for page, waiting on. And what I'll do here is when I order stuff online, I will just write it down here so I can mark it off when it shows up. And I found a little sticker I wanted to put on my attending list. So I took this straight from Dakshina, who is a YouTuber I absolutely love. And she does this daily gratitude and then a page for each one of her kids and her husband. So there, I'm just numbering my gratitude list. This will be, what I usually end up doing here is on my gratitude list is listing like just the best thing that happened that day. What felt really good to me about that day. I wanted to stick in this little vellum I made with my themes, but I didn't like it there. Watch, I'm going to take it back out. Yeah, I put it there instead. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so there's my back to the gratitude. A sticker on there. And then I'll just make a page for each one of my kids. And first my husband, Kevin, and then my daughter, Adrian, and my son, Nick, and my other daughter, Ruby. And just all through the month, when I'm thinking about them or when I've had a good conversation with them or just any little thing, I'll write it down. I did this in February and it really is actually one of my favorite things. It just made my heart happy. And so they each get a little planet or sun or star sticker here from Nick gets Saturn and Ruby gets stripes. Okay, so I have this spread in my February. What I ended up doing about halfway through the month was I really needed a page where I could just write down my thoughts on how February was going and any ideas for what I wanted to do the rest of the month. So I did that. And what I think I'm gonna do here is put a tab. I stuck an extra page in there. Okay, yeah, put a tab, and then I'm gonna go through and get some of my removable tabs. Oh no, this is a calendar tab. I'm just gonna stick that on my dash, and I'm gonna get go back to my February dash and get some Post-its and stick them over here and some tabs. And I'm going to use these Avery or these Post-it, they're Post-it, I think, removable tabs and move them so that they are in the right place for the new month. So there's my gratitude one and my waiting on one I think I moved. And my this month's thoughts. And then I'm going to do, there's my messy desk. Hello, messy desk. Next month's thoughts. So April thoughts. And I was like, no, why did I write April when I have stickers? So, and eventually I'm going to realize that my camera moved after I get my whiteout working. There we go. Okay. I'm trying, there we go. Trying to find a spot for my picture of my dog, May. And I'm not going to find one. I'm going to end up saving it for later. I do find one though before this video is over. Stay tuned. So there's a little flip of my month layout. And then I will put my weekly first week of March layout there, and Monday we'll start there, Monday the 1st. So next is, this is the Clear Habit Journal from Baron Fig in collaboration with James Clear, who wrote Atomic Habits. And last month I got it all set up to use in conjunction with the HB90 system from Sarah Cannon, which I love. I love her system, and the theory of it, and the way it's set up. I just adore it. It's quarterly planning and it just suits me so well. But the problem is that it, I printed it on this 8.5 by 11 letter size paper, and holy moly, it is so big and bulky that I just don't ever actually pull it out. And so I didn't use it to its full advantage in January. Then I set it all up in this notebook for February, and I still didn't use it. So I'm going to give it one more shot in March. And if I don't use it this month, I think what I'm going to have to do is just rethink it for Q2. I will say, however, though, that just setting it up actually has done me a lot of good. I may not be using the worksheets as well as I'd like to, but I'm doing the work. And I also use her Kanban system, and that really works for me. And it may be that the Kanban board works so well for me that I don't actually need the worksheets as well, and that's why I don't go back to them. We shall see. I'm going to try it for one more month and see how it goes and if I like it. So the way this works is you make quarterly goals, and then you the little sticker from my smudge. So you make a quarterly goal, 3 quarterly goals, and you just list all the tasks that need to be done for those. And then you pick the ones you're going to do each week that just go towards those 3 big goals. So there's my March HB a 90 system set up. I thought about tipping in something, but I changed my mind. I think I didn't end up doing it. Oh yeah, I did. I put this one in. This is for the first week of March, and I just gave one of my daughter's aesthetic pictures went in there. This glue is not working very well on these pages. I may just need to come up with a different system, because this glue is not sticking them. So there's my notebook. It's a chunker, but it's got a nice stretchy band, so we'll see. I'm sticking these are my little tabs and bookmarks, and I'm just fixing those up in my Stalogy, putting stuff away. I stick that in the back. Eventually, maybe the 3rd week of the month of February, it got too big and made my my poor planner, my poor traveler's notebook couldn't contain both very easily. So, yep. Oh, and now I'm going to set up Ed. Ed is my editorial calendar. I'll link to this calendar. It's just literally called a medium monthly planner. And what I'm writing there, which you can't really see, is my themes. And then these are my projects and goals for March, things I want to get done, Ninja Writer goals. So I'm still working on how to best do an editorial calendar, to be honest. Last month I set up like what I was going to do on each day, and it didn't work. Okay, this is my monthly calendar, which is where I do all of my future planning. This is a 5-year book, which I am in love with. And all I'm going to do here is write down my appointments. This is where all my time bound stuff goes for the whole month. And so I'm taking the week off, not just from teaching. I'm still going to be working, but I'm not going to be teaching that month. I'm due one-on-one calls every quarter with everyone in the Ninja Writers Academy. And so March is our the academy workshops are off, and we do our one-on. I have a phone call with or a Zoom call with every single student in the month of March. So I'm writing in the times when I'm going to be doing those calls. It's about 100, and yeah, about 100, a little more than 100 calls. It's quite a lot. I could take a minute here I was looking something up. Oh, I was asking Adrian, who set these, the times for me. I wasn't sure if we stopped on the 31st or if we finished that week. And I will be working that whole week doing one-on-ones. So, and then I'm just going to write here in April that the new season starts that second week that starts the 4th. And we had a couple of workshops that we have 8-week seasons, and so we had a couple that are going to have to meet in this off week, which is why I take that week off. And I have a coaching client that I'm just writing in what I'm going to read for her, and then our meetings. And we're launching the guild that week. Heads up. The Ninja Writers Guild is like our tier above the Ninja Writers Club, and you get access to all of the 8-week classes that we teach when we're in season. We have some really cool ones coming up: how to use Vellum, Instagram for writers, some really cool stuff. So there's some goals I'm writing down. Thinking. Oh, the team meeting. I was like, oh yeah, better write that down. We have a team meeting every Monday morning at 11. I'm looking up when I signed up for Sarah Cannon's HB90 class, and I am looking up what time that meets. It has one live meeting, and I didn't want to miss it. I think it's on Sunday. The rest of it is pre-recorded, but there's one live meeting on Facebook at 5 p.m. Sunday. And I forgot to write. I'll have to go in later. I just realized as I'm watching this, I teach 2 classes on Sundays, and I didn't write those in. So, yep, still got some planning to do. And I wrote a note to myself that I wanted to pay attention to Sarah's class about how her pre-recorded class with the live part works for me. Like, do I like it? Is it something I would want to think about doing for Ninja Writers? And then I just wrote my writing projects up there again. I think part of me thinks if I write them down often enough, I will definitely get them done. So I use a little binder clip and just clip it to that month. And there you go. So there's one last little flip through what I've done so far in my pocket notebook for March. Oh, here, I went home and I filled out the rest of the week, the first week. So there's my work that I've done on my goals, my style page, my happy mail page, and then I have a forward planning for April and then all the other months. And I did a little more decorating on there. And I also did a little more in this journal, or I'm going to right now. I've decided to put some more things in there. So there's that picture of my dog again, and a couple more of those writing quotes in the vellum and acetate that I made myself. So I decided I wanted to decorate these with some watercolor. So I'm taking my Tombow pens and just drawing with them on this piece of plastic wrapper. Oh, this is so cool. And then take a little squirt bottle, squirt, squirt. Look, I think I got a little too much water on there because it ended up a little more faded than I like, but it's still super cool, I think. I used brighter colors on the next time. Yeah, darker green and a darker purple. And a little squirt of water. This one turned out really pretty. Just kind of squish it around. And there we go. So I thought, oh yeah, that's where May belongs. It's right in the front of my journal. So there's my girl May. She's like my constant companion when I'm working at home. I don't remember why I just washi that picture in instead of using glue because I struggled with the washi. Washi is pretty low tack tape and it doesn't always stick really well. So I decided to use a little glue stick and see if I could get it to stick better. And don't ask me why I didn't just tape the whole thing in the first place, but there we go. So I'm just putting those, it's like a little zodiac um, vellum that I made and foiled myself. Just designed it in Canva. It's super easy and fun. I really had fun with that. It's too, I've got it, yep, too far up. So moving it down a little and it's still too long. I'm gonna have to trim it. I'm looking for my scissors. They're lost. Can't find them. Also ran out of tape and I had to get my daughter's hedgehog tape dispenser. Mine's an elephant and hers is a hedgehog. This one's a little too big too. I need to get better at cutting these the right size to start with. There we go. And trim, trim, trim. I was going to cut those with scissors and decided to use my paper cutter. And what I'm going to do with this is turn it into a journaling card. So cut that one down, but I really liked the purple, so I didn't cut the bottom off. I'm just trying to figure out the best place for this one. I try to leave out the parts that people skip. I loved that so much. And I decided to do a flip out there. And I wanted to, first of all, make it a little more sturdy. It's a pretty thin page. So I decided to use an index card, and at work I only had 3x5 cards. At home I have some 4x6s, and I wouldn't have had to trim it more. But I didn't want to wait. I was impatient. So I cut it down to fit this. Um, 3x5 card. Actually cut it down even more than I needed to. And trimmed the card. And then just taped it on there. Got glue everywhere, as usual. So there we go. Journaling card. It's a little more sturdy. Still trying to figure out where to put it. And I finally figured out that I just was going to use it as a flip out right there. And I can just write a little note or something on the other side of it. There we go. See, now I can flip out. This one I didn't want to, I really liked the back, the little books on the back, and I didn't want to cut it down more. So I decided, and just thinking, where should this go? And I decided to put it back here by my book. Um, but I didn't want to, I liked that. I just decided to tip it in because I liked those little books on the back. The water paint made it curl a little. The paper was pretty thin. So I'm hoping that it will, I can maybe put something heavy on it later and it will straighten that paper out a little bit more. But really, it doesn't bother me much. Oh, I guess I do decide to go ahead and use just to tape that on there. I really liked those books. I forgot that I staple. That's right. I make like a double page, like a little 2-page tip out because I wanted to make it more sturdy and I did not want to lose those little books. So I stapled an index card onto there. So here's a little flip through of what I've got going on in here so far. Oh yeah, I decided I have these little stickers that came in my Mrs. Grossman box, which is my favorite. Oh man, those stickers are like my childhood. Um, anyway, she sent these, Mrs. Grossman sent these little gold alpha stickers, and I just put my dog's name. But then I decided I didn't like it up there. Um, I didn't like them down there, so I moved them down by her on right on the picture by her, and they moved just fine. There we go, my Maymay. It's my flip out. Little, that's not a flip out. Some lots of blank pages because I will be taping in and stapling in and gluing in all kinds of stuff over the next um, month. I forgot to open that one for you, that little Jean Autry children's book. There we go. And that's it, guys. So thank you for being here. And I will see you again soon. I think pretty soon here in the next week, I'm going to record a flip of my February journal and my February Stalogy. And that's it. Have a fantastic week and a great March. Bye, guys.